Tom and Marilyn Drager and the Beavers endow my professor position. They asked early on, they said, hey, what else can we do if what we want to do is get more students interested in heavy civil construction? And my answer was kind of surprising to myself. I said, I think we want another instructor. We want a teacher. And the reason is every time we ask students in our polls and things, we ask them, why are you interested in a certain part of civil or environmental engineering? And the number one answer is always, I had a good instructor that taught a great course. And that's why we ended up with Julian.
I had some opportunities to teach when I was doing my master's degree here at the University of Washington, and I loved it right off the bat. It was such a rewarding feeling to be able to share some of your expertise or even just your experience and pairing that with some of the fundamentals. And then after I graduated with my master's, I decided to work for a company called Atkinson Construction, and I was with them for a long time before I came back to do my PhD.
And in fact, I was his advisor, and so I knew what kind of talent he had for research, but especially for teaching. So when this job came up, it seemed like a fortuitous opportunity. Now, we searched as you normally do for any particular job, especially in a public institution, but he just was head and shoulders above anybody else we were looking at, and I knew we had a winner.
The biggest success that I think I've experienced in this capacity has probably been creating my own course content from scratch that ties all the complexities and the technical aspects of the construction industry into a nice compact course. So every morning I wake up and I get to put together content that I really enjoy. I get to see things click in the classroom or in the lab setting. It's just a very rewarding feeling that you have such a big impact on these students' lives.
We survey our students at the end of every year, and I added a question this last year that was like, hey, would you like to give a shout out to just anybody who's taught any of your classes or anything like that? Julian got mentioned 3 times as much as anyone else on that survey, and that is unprompted. So I asked myself, like, how does he do it so well? But I watch him teach, and he's really good he's very knowledgeable, understands the subject, but he's really good at establishing that connection between him and the student. And I see that over and over again. And students know him, they come to him for advice, personal, professional advice. He's all in.
The absolute key in inspiring students is you have to be inspired by yourself about what you're teaching. If you're starting to teach things that are boring to you, that's not a good sign, and they'll see right through that. And I think that's been the key, is everything I try to teach, I have a great passion for.
He's able to teach roughly twice as much, and in fact more, than I can, which is fantastic because he's great in front of students. He gets them interested, he shows them what construction is, and together I think we form a great team to show our undergraduate students what construction looks like and how they can be involved in it.
The real-world content is a very big part of actually all of my coursework. Every coursework that I put together has photos from projects that I've been on. These experiences really help connect maybe some of the fundamental things that you might pick up in a textbook, but then showing them what it's really like out in the industry has been really valuable.
One of the most important aspects of this whole partnership that Julian and I have with the Beavers is just access to themselves, right? The companies and the people who do this work. And they're all truly interested in the next generation of people coming into their industry, and more than happy to help if you just ask. And there are oodles of jobs to be found, especially in heavy civil construction. Whether that's rail, transit, tunnels, water treatment, bridges, it's all you. And you get this degree in civil engineering and you go into that heavy civil industry and you are qualified to do all of that.
This really is a dream come true for me. It really does not feel like I'm going to work every day. I've enjoyed this, and it's been a privilege to have such a big impact on the workforce that are going out into the industry. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Beavers organization.